Jersey Sports Zone's coverage of Allentown is brought to you by Princeton Orthopedic Associates. What's going on, people? Neri Rodriguez here for Jersey Sports Zone. After starting the year 1-3, defending South Group 5 champs Lenape desperately needed a win, and it didn't help that they had undefeated Allentown on the schedule. Late in the fourth, when the Indians trailed, an exciting run back from Brandon Carter was able to give them a last-minute win. Lenape coming off a loss to Williamstown, traveling from Burlington County to face 3-0 Allentown. Indians without one of their go-to playmakers, number 8, Amir Bird. First quarter, Allentown stalls on the opening drive. On the ensuing punt, Trevon Rice gets some running room, and maybe too much. Rice takes it to the crib for a 55-yard touchdown less than 2 minutes in. Indians would score on a short run from Xavier Coleman not too long after. They lead Allentown 13-0. But that's why you want Dan Merkel on your team. Next drive, with 3:22 remaining in the quarter, avoids the pass rush and hits a wide-open Chris McCrea. Merkel mercs him with an 87-yard touchdown, and they'll trail 13-7 to close out the first. The sophomore phenom, playing like a vet in the second, on 3rd and 10 picks up 11 on the ground for the first. Next play, Dan Merkel tries through the air. This time it's a 30-yard gain. That will lead to a hard 7-yard run from Rashawn Emery. Get in there. And just like that, Allentown grabs a 14-13 lead with 7:28 remaining in the half. Redbirds not just offense. Ensuing drive for Lenape, it's a handoff to Xavier Coleman, who scored a touchdown earlier. And Jaquil Brown says, "Give me those cookies." Brown with the strip gets Allentown the ball back, and that leads to a field goal to help them lead 17-14 at the break. Lenape with the ball to start the third. Star running back Xavier Coleman out with an injury, so on the first play of the drive, it's a toss to Deshaun Craig. And see ya. Indians in the opening seconds of the half regain the lead with a 65-yard touchdown to go ahead 20-17. Dan Merkel stringing together a couple first downs at the end of the third to put his team in the red zone. Then Rashawn Emery opens up the fourth with another score, this time from 5 yards out, and Allentown regains the lead at 24-20 with 11:52 to play. Redbirds doing a great job holding the ball for most of the final quarter. They force Lenape to use their final timeout as they attempt a field goal from the 10, up by 3 with 2 minutes remaining. Chris McCrea trying to make it a 6-point game, but the kick gets blocked and the ball sails to Brandon Carter. His coaches said he's a track star, and seeing is believing. Carter guiding his blockers as he gets an opening, and he'll see you at the crib. A 90-yard return for Brandon Carter gets the lead back for the Indians. They go ahead 27-24 on Allentown with 1:51 remaining. Dan Merkel trying to lead his team to a comeback as they're down by 3 with less than a minute to go. He gives his receiver a chance to make a play on this ball, but the Redbirds can't get it to fall, and they wanted a pass interference on that one. Tough to say, but they'd eventually have to attempt a kick from about the 30 with 9 seconds remaining. But Chris McCrea's kick to tie it, no good, and Lenape hangs on for the W. 27-24 is your final from Allentown. Lenape picks up a huge road win against the undefeated Redbirds to improve to 2-3. The Indians with heavy hearts as they continue to mourn the passing of longtime coach Mark Lilly, who meant the world to this program and community. They come away with the victory despite opposing quarterback Dan Merkel throwing for 346 yards and no picks. Afterwards, we caught up with Brandon Carter, who had the game-winning score with that 90-yard return, and new head coach Joe Wojciechowski on the win.
He told us keep fighting hard. He said we were playing sloppy, but all we got to do is keep executing and fight for Coach Lil. That's all he said. They were kicking a field goal. We called Cali. I was just focused on the tight end. I think Deshaun blocked it. Deshaun Craig, number 2, blocked it. I saw it up in the air, just caught it, and just ran. And I would like to thank my teammates for blocking for me, because if they didn't, I don't know what would happen.
You know, it's tremendous for our program to get this win. We're in search of the playoffs right now, and this keeps us on track, and that's really where we want to be. It was a roller coaster football game. We come out here 13-0, and you know, before we blink, it's 17-13, and we're in the half. I felt our guys just weren't focused, weren't executing. They were worrying about the field conditions more than their assignments, and we allowed them to just get big play after big play and put ourselves in bad positions. You know, and ultimately, we really didn't ever get that focus back in the second half, but we figured out how to make a couple big plays and flip the scoreboard in our favor.
Lenape will be back in action in 2 weeks when they take on Camden Catholic. I'm Neri Rodriguez, and you already know, it's Jersey Sports Zone.